Previously on GAHCast.
I get an option. I need to bring my mic really close for this. Seaman, Breath of the Wild.
Oh my god.
You know what they should remake? Happy Tree Friends for the Xbox Live Arcade.
That's not Sega, but that would be kind of funny. Right. But let's just try and get back on topic here. But
Sega bass fishing, sorry.
4K fishing rods.
4K.
Skyrim
through that cave!
Skyrim for everybody! Skyrim for everybody! Let's go, everybody!
Hashtag Skyrim for everybody.
Skyrim for
Skyrim
everybody.
for all. Rated E for everyone. No, rated KA for everyone. For kids and through adults. Rated B for Babby.
Boy, Bambi's gonna be having fun with this game.
Buy a soda! Pokemon Go in real life. Pikachu!
And this will be the time in which you can actually get T-Mobile servers in Nebraska.
Woo!
Woo!
5G in Nebraska. Woo! And you know. Let's go, Cletus. Go on the farm.
Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph. We're gonna take that Chevy, my Tesla Chevy, director of the autopilot, soft Vader. We're gonna go to the autopilot. Go, go, go. We're gonna go to the Tesla. Go down to the Chewbacca. Gonna have me some beer. Gonna vote for. Gonna vote right. This is an alpaca. Notice how the head is a little smaller. And that's made to be cute, not like, you know. I love sheep and I love alpacas. Consider this a hybrid if you're gonna bitch about it. Okay. It's gonna be androgynous between an alpaca and a sheep and a llama. Officially known as an alpaca by birth, but not by choice. Also, fuck you. Anyways, also, I did this. You wanna play Skyrim, the board game?
Episode lost all sense of sanity at the very last half of the episode. But if you're
My name is Todd Howard. Let's play Skyrim. Let's play Skyrim on our OVS Tesla car.
new Apple cars.
Let's play Skyrim on the Apple car. It's a feature.
Buy it now for $500.
And buy the Ultimate Edition. And you get to own it on Xbox again.
Game Pass. Let's go.
You get to own it on Game Pass even though it's a subscription.
Now get ready for the time of your lives, cause you are now watching GAHCast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to GAHCast, the show where Megalovania is the unofficial theme song for the show. I'm your host, Hydrowave99, and I'm joined here today with FluufAlpaca. How are you all today?
I'm good. All of myself.
Right.
Even the crazy personality.
Right.
Anyways, yeah, I'm doing good. It's been a day. I decided, oh hey, well, like I'm gonna start. I woke up with a splitting headache, and it persisted throughout the day. And then I went shopping, and my car was fucking filled to the brim. So that's how I'm doing.
There we go. Okay. Yep. As for myself, my weekend was pretty good so far, Got out of work early today and hung out with a friend, and here we are. Recording another episode of GAHCast, because that's what the two of us do best here.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
I also went home and ate chicken nuggets.
There we go. That works too. Alright.
Anyway, sorry.
No worries. So, yeah. Anything else?
Why is my head like that?
Anyways. Anything else new with the alpaca or anything besides all that?
Not that I know of. 1 second, let me brace myself. Alright. No. Except I might actually try to do YouTube stuff that isn't like, on my own. Like a separate any sort of thing.
Nice.
So.
Yes.
So that's the thing I could do.
There you go.
Probably.
Yeah. So everyone will make sure to plug FluufAlpaca's channel in the description of this, podcast episode.
Right.
So hopefully
I'm still having jitters from episode 17. Woo! Like, anyways.
Yeah, episode 17 was also a very good episode. So if you guys haven't seen episode 17, go check that out. Link to that in the description of the YouTube version, at least. The podcast version, I don't know how I'm going to pull that one off, but at least just check out episode 17 in general. Whether I'm going to link it or not, who knows, but just check episode 17 out. It was a fun episode, especially the later half. Later half was amazing.
Go. Sorry. It sounds like a Goofy, actually, I think. Go.
And plenty of
All right.
Herbert.
What?
Look at this photograph.
You're making a drum solo that doesn't exist.
I don't know, you. I think you did something like that last time. You did some weird, rhythm.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
But
All I know is that I did like a... Anyways, I don't know.
noise
like that.
suppression likes to nullify a good chunk of that, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That was the worst part. You didn't get to hear me scream in full redneck glory because it got captured as car whooshing something.
Yeah. Alright, so...
I don't know.
Well, shall we get on with the major update for today that's gonna shake up the entire future of this entire series?
That's up to you.
Right.
It's gonna be difficult for me to talk about it,
Right.
Uh,
It's, a
do you
very,
want to?
yeah, it's gonna be a very big one, but I'm gonna try to sum it up the best I can. So, pretty much, Ghost Dweller Game had a very different vision for this show compared to the two of us, and he left because of clashing visions. And we wish him the best of luck in all his future adventures and whatnot on YouTube and Twitch and every avenue he goes after, and we hope he does the best he does. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it because it just seems like I don't know.
No,
I don't want to get into it because it's such a, you know, it's like,
yeah, it was not a fun time trying to, try and talk with them over it, but it just something never worked out, and now it's a duo show instead of a trio show.
yeah, and honestly, I just feel like if I don't want to be put in a difficult position when it comes to like Hydro here versus, you know, the other host, and
Yeah.
I don't want to get in the middle of it or be too much of like one-sided in a sense because they're both my friends. Like as an actual like general sort of like to the audience, both of these people are my friends, and I I don't I hate this rift, but it's just not everybody is gonna like not everybody's gonna get along and everyone's gonna see some side of people that aren't what they want to see and a few other things, like I just I do hope that one day we can all be a trio, but for now it's like I'll just let the tide pass for me at least.
Oh, absolutely. Like for myself, like Ghost Dweller Game is my cousin, and I deeply care for him. And as we said, we just differ in how we visioned the show going, and now there's a rift between the two of us. And if he decides to come back, we will welcome him back on. But until then, we're just going to be in this little bit of a uneasy path going forward. I'll just put it that way.
I guess so. I don't want to get in the middle of it too much because even though, yeah, now at this point I'm basically fence sitting on who is who, like, everyone has flaws, for me, and it's not going to be something that I look back on and be like, yeah, that guy was, at this. I'm just going to think of, like, what caused this, Like, I hate being super vengeful or hateful, or just believing that it's always out to get me sort of thing, whatever. But
Right.
I don't want to lose friends over this,
And I hope one day that myself and Ghost Weather Game can reunite and talk as friends again. That's all I hope.
Certainly.
That's the most important thing that I want most. But
yeah.
Anyways, like we said last week, we are not gonna record on November 20th. So that we can rest up and reflect on ourselves and all whatever way we said last time.
Yeah, it was supposed to be for, it's more of just like I don't know, memento mori, I guess.
Yeah.
Know that nobody is permanent or something, you know?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, just a couple other updates before we move on to the main flow of the show. And the first thing I want to talk about today is the fact that Konami decided to pull some Metal Gear Solid games off of digital stores.
Actually, that's really sad. I fucking hate that. God damn it, Konami. But since when have they been, since when have they cared about? I don't know. I saw a comment that kind of just mentioned that when I was looking at that, and I was like, these. All right. I saw a comment and it was like, since when did Konami care, about their about personal, I don't fucking know. I think it was a burn at them, kicking David Hayter and Kojima out.
Well, not only that, but if you look at the article here, it says it was working on renewing the licenses for select historical archive footage used in game.
I do know about that, but it's just like, I think that they could have done this a long time ago, or understood that this is a thing that, I don't know. It's just like, and I don't hate Konami, but I mean, actually, I don't know. So this is very vicious. I don't know. But yeah, no. It even talks about like that sort of thing when games that expired licenses happen. Like you remember what was it? I think it was it Driver 2 or no, it was something. It was a sequel to something, and it had expired licenses for, I think, musical track as well. A similar thing happened.
Right, some of the Rock Band games, or racing games even, they'll have like racing game in particular have a common thing of delisting because they use licensed cars.
Oh, I see.
And then because the licenses on the cars, if they expire and naturally the games are being phased out, they're going to get delisted. This happened with Forza Motorsport 7 actually, which is, believe it or not,
certainly
the most recent entry of the Forza Motorsport series, not the Horizon series, because Forza Horizon 5 just came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
oh no, I know about that.
Now it's saying that the products here that will temporarily be removed are the PlayStation 3 versions of Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid HD, Metal Gear Solid 2, and I guess now we're in the PS Vita versions. So then there's the PS Vita versions of Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid HD. On PlayStation Now, they have a Metal Gear Solid HD collection. And on Xbox 360, they're delisting the Metal Gear Solid HD edition for 2 and 3. The Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D on the 3DS is also getting delisted. Metal Gear Solid.
Oh shit.
Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance is also getting delisted from GOG.com. And the NVIDIA Shield versions of Metal Gear Solid 2 HD and Metal Gear Solid 3 HD are being delisted from the NVIDIA Shield. So all these different games and the versions for these games are being delisted. Yeah, they're going to get as they say on Konami's site, temporarily removed. But they're saying that these games will be pulled from digital storefronts globally starting from November 8th, 2021. So in other words, there's probably a couple of these games that already have been delisted by this point.
Yeah.
So that's something that's nuts to think about. This was starting this week.
Mm-hmm.
And for many of the fans of like Metal Gear Solid who wanted to catch up on some of the series, be it to get to 5 or just want to relive some of these classic games. It's a shame to see these be delisted across these various platforms.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, thankfully, if you still have one, you can hook up a PlayStation 2 and play, you can play 2 and 3, but you can't purchase them until they either renew the license or, I don't know, edit it and release a patch that doesn't have it. I don't know. That would actually kind of scummy, I feel.
And granted, a lot of these games that they mentioned here look like they have physical editions of these games anyway, so if you can happen to find a physical version of these versions, you should be good to go. Yeah. But the catch is that you'll want to make sure that you get whatever patches are there may need to get patched or whatever the case may be.
I guess so. I mean, it depends. I can't remember if there was like a bug in the game that they had to patch. I can't remember. But I do know in Sons of Liberty, there was a what was it? There's a re-release that had additional content. It was basically DLC before DLC. So
right, I do know
you could play as Snake and ride in skateboarding. I don't know.
Right,
that sounds hilarious, but go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I don't know if this is just a fact of something, but I do know that Metal Gear Solid 4 is now listed on here. So unless either A, it probably is already delisted, or B, it's just not getting delisted this time, which I prefer it being B, because the thing is that Metal Gear Solid 4 still hasn't been ported outside the PlayStation 3 yet.
Oh. I had no idea about that.
Yeah, you can't.
Really?
Yeah, you can't play Metal Gear Solid 4 unless you have a PlayStation 3.
What the fuck? Really? Why?
They haven't even ported it at all, period. It's not even backwards compatible on the PlayStation 4 or 5 because, well, they never bothered making the PlayStation 3 compatible with the PlayStation 4. So there's no way for that game to continue forward.
Jesus. Because,
So therefore, if Metal Gear... So when the PlayStation Store gets delisted, you're going to have a hard time getting Metal Gear Solid 4.
God. Well, luckily it hasn't been delisted yet, but, wow. That's actually a surprise to me.
Yeah, that game's not even on PC. It's purely on PlayStation 3.
Yeah. Wow. Because, I know the ending is very powerful, at least, a little bit, somber, and wow, most people haven't even been able to experience it. That's fucked, really, Anyways.
Yeah, anything else you want to say about this before I move on?
Not truly. It's just that, I hope this gets sorted out and they're not just, doing something else with it and saying it was licensing. And then we find an update later on that says, by the way, we made Snake voiced by the new guy or something.
Just don't pull off a GTA Definitive Edition trilogy thing, because that whole thing is a whole fiasco in its own right. It's not a main topic we're talking about this week, but my God, from what I've seen of that game, it's just frame rate issues, fog issues.
I'll tell you all about it when it comes around.
Believe me, it's a mess. You could find plenty of other content creators making news on that, but we're just trying to be different and not cover that this week because it's just a whole fiasco and a mess.
Certainly. It's mostly just it's just a travesty, honestly. They pulled the whole sales thing and then, you buy it it's not available. And they pull the originals, they're not available anymore forever. Digitally.
Well, I guess in that case, then, since we're already moving on to GTA Trilogy, we might as well just move up over to that real quick because...
Oh, no, we don't have to. I'm just saying.
I know we don't have to, but we're already in the flow of it anyway, so we already got it in our mind. We'll just get all of our thoughts on this mess right out the door here. So pretty much we have an article here in which that the GTA Trilogy has been unavailable on PC for over a day. And they're saying that Rockstar saying removing files unintentionally included in these versions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of sketchy. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like saying how the Rockstar game launcher went down for maintenance on Thursday, making the remastered trilogy unplayable, but also rendered Rockstar's entire lineup of games, its store, downloads, and cloud system unusable for over a day. Rockstar finally restored the service to its game launcher and whatever overnight. So it's just like you couldn't even play the trilogy for a while, and that's like the definitive edition, which is supposed to have like the best graphics out there, but some of the visual effects I've seen on like Twitter and stuff have made it look terrible at times.
Yeah. There was there was a bunch of like they're actually hilarious how it was done. There was a one of the Grove Street gang members had like a almost like a sports team sort of like it was a green shirt. If you look really closely, you can see a 7 that is painted in the same sort of green, but you can see the outline shadow, and you can see but in the foreground there's a giant red 9 over it. But you can still see the 7 and the shadow being cast from the 7. And one of the characters in the game looks like a Trolls doll.
Mm.
And oh my god, they do not look human. Tommy Vercetti, the main character, they put much more pride into how he looked in his animation. But compared to the rest of the game, this is not a remake or a remaster. This is like a port this is a 60 FPS patch port that you have to pay for all the games.
Mm-hmm. And the worst part too is that if you're on Switch, this is the only way you're playing this version of the game, because if you're especially been a Nintendo fan and you just want to play these games for the first time and you've stuck with Nintendo only, this trilogy is the only way you're ever going to be able to play this thing.
Oh yeah, until they fix it, of course. But
I mean,
jeez,
some of the environments I've seen, like besides building, if you go to like woods and stuff, do look pretty good. The problem is just that there's no fog. No fog.
The real problem though is that how is this not running above 30 in some areas on modern hardware?
Yeah. Now, we do have to note that this is being done by Rockstar Dundee and not by the main Rockstar team itself. Well,
you'd think that a dev team called Grove Street Games would put a lot more pride into, at least San Andreas.
Yeah.
but,
sure, but yeah. Do we have anything else to say before we just keep roasting on Rockstar Games, the trilogy?
I was just wondering how good it would run on like a Steam Deck, because I know they're being delayed by 2 months, right?
Oh yes. Let's just go ahead and talk about that too, because that was going to be the second article we were going to talk about today.
Yeah.
Man, you've been on point with segue so far. Oh my god.
It's like a monster. No, sorry. It's a Linus Tech Tips joke.
That's fine. So yeah, So, in other words, launch of the Steam Deck is going to be delayed by 2 months. And Valve says they are sorry about this. They tried the best they could around the global supply chain issues, but due to material shortages, components aren't reaching to their manufacturing facilities in time for us to meet their initial launch dates. And they're saying it's going to start shipping to customers in February 2022. And it's going to be the new start date of the reservation queue. So, in other words, they just haven't had a chance
The
to...
RTX 3080 Ti. Sorry.
Oh my god.
It's basically that.
Oh my god. What if someone actually managed to get a freaking RTX 3080 Ti before a Steam Deck? Like, what if there was more of those graphics cards than this freaking handheld? That actually could be kind of hilarious.
I would laugh. I know these things are gonna get scalped to hell, but I would be like cuckoo if these were fuck. I would go cuckoo if these fucking things got out like after the RTX cards are actually available. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, like, would you go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs sort of crazy for it?
No, but you got any Reese's Puffs?
That works too.
Uh,
I'll ship you a box.
I mean, they're just...
I'll ship you a box of UPS. How about that?
Okay, sure.
That works.
I mean... I also like Wheaties Puffs. That also works.
We'll ship a box up to you too. There you go.
Okay. You got any, Diet Mountain Dew Code Red?
I wish that was more common.
Okay. Well...
If I did see it, I'd ship you one. I work at a grocery market, so...
Okay. What about, what about a parachute?
Oh my god, I just have to find one off of Amazon for you, or see if my Walmart that's right across the street has one. Anyways, everybody, our next topic for today is going to be that a certain fighting game of the year is getting delisted. Wait, I think...
Oh, wait. Wait, Jump Force is an anime... I said parachute because I thought we were going to segue into, like, a military game or something. Fuck, I don't know. Anyways,
I was just thinking...
Great.
I was just thinking we were just joking about parachutes and just random buying stuff.
Really, it went directly over my head that Jump Force was a... What the fuck is wrong with me? Okay.
Yeah, so Jump Force is gonna be delisted on February 7th of 2022. And online servers will go down on August 24th. So by August of next year, you won't be able to play online for this game. It'll only be single player. And that's the crazy thing. This thing actually got nominated for Fighting Game of the Year at one point.
The thing though is that why did it go down again?
Why is
That's
it
like-
being delisted?
Yeah.
It's because I believe there's a lot of licensed characters they have in this game. Like, it's Goku, and you have Goku and Luffy and Naruto.
I see now.
And Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
JoJo Bizarre Adventure.
It's literally just the same thing we were just talking about, except with licenses, except with Metal Gear. Except it's actual characters from different licensees, I guess.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be even harder to get back up at all because of how many licenses there are. In fact, when Smash, I have a feeling that when Smash Brothers Ultimate get delisted, that's going to be a nightmare if they ever wanted to get that back up and going. Because my God.
Yeah, especially with them bringing Sora in. What if Disney just pulls the rug?
Yeah,
You know?
that's a nightmare.
Or Square Enix even. You know?
Yeah.
Or anybody pulling the rug on them. Like, geez, that would be scary. You know? I mean, that's Smash Brothers, though. The fans would revolt.
Mm-hmm. And what some people thinking that's going to be the last Smash Brothers game ever, because they know that if Sakurai were to make another Smash Brothers game, it's going to have less characters.
Yeah.
It'll have less characters. It'll have more refined gameplay, but it'll have less characters. And people like their characters. Like, I want to play my Pirate Mithra in Sonic.
Yeah. And I wanted to down B Smash with Kirby.
There you go.
And you see, the way I used to play Smash was actually just I called it a twin stick fighting game. I would only on Brawl, I would use the C stick, and I would always use the C stick as like heavy attacks, like charge attacks.
The smash attack.
And I would never hit A or B. I would always use it as like a sort of like you move with one stick and fight with another. And it worked out for the majority of times, but then people got better at me at it, and then I was just like, I really need to innovate, don't I?
Believe me, if you ever get a Switch and Smash Ultimate, but before it gets delisted, in and who knows how many years, then you're...
Sure.
Well,
let's play.
I have a feeling that whatever fighters passes are going to have the more complex characters are going to get delisted first before the main game itself.
Yeah. I would assume that they would disable them and replace them with like refunds. I don't know.
No, they usually whenever a game gets delisted, you're able to re-download the game so long the storefront isn't,
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. I was like, what if they just delist the characters and like, we're glad you played for, Object Event. We're glad that you paid for Sora. Okay. But hey, we don't want to get sued, so here's your $5 back. Anyway. Sorry.
I mean, then again, we have a certain me costume that the two of us want, and what happens if that gets delisted? Hey. Wow. There you go.
I'm not providing any content unless, I'm not providing any context. Just because.
I don't know. My 4 out of 10 Anthem playthrough. Just kidding. It's just Megalovania. It's still 4 out of 10. Not the greatest.
Yeah. 4 out of 10 beats per second. Anyways.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Any other things we want to say about Jump Force or anime characters before we move on to the next topic?
Renew your licenses, boys and girls.
All right, Ben and
Renew your state license. Renew your driver's license, for crying out loud. Anyway.
Ben and Emco, if you're hearing this, just renew the licenses for this game. I know it's just an anime game that not many people were fond of, but just renew it. You're a multi-million-dollar company. You could do it. Come on. I know you can renew the license of JoJo and Yu-Gi-Oh!
I mean, if the Switch can have Twitch on it, then this is obviously feasible,
Yeah, but know that with Twitch on... which I think we should probably get to that pretty soon. Yes, actually, that is our next topic. Let's go talk about that.
Yep.
I'll probably download this myself pretty soon because I've heard about this being a thing.
Now we can watch simple flips in 720p on our Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the like Twitch streamers. 4K moist critical. Woo! I know, sorry.
Woo! Alright, anyways. Other than me trying to be a millennial, trying to be cool, this is Twitch on Nintendo Switch. This was a surprise drop that got released on November 11th. Just a few days ago. This was a surprise drop.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing with this version of Twitch is that you can't stream from it. It's just content watching.
You know, I'm going to be honest. Isn't this like... It's only 31 megabytes. Is it just the web page, but converted to Switch? Or mobile?
Or if you look at the screenshots, it kind of gives you an idea what it is.
Yeah, it's really just the mobile version. Or something like that. Not mobile version, but it's very much like it.
Yeah, they show... of course, they would show screenshots of precisely Nintendo games and nothing else.
Well, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I did not think that Nintendo was going to get, Twitch as soon as before Netflix, because you see, Nintendo Switch only had two media apps before it. They only had Hulu and YouTube, and that was it.
YouTube. Yep.
They managed to get YouTube before Netflix. I don't get it.
Well, that only kind of shows that, like, having Twitch as a free content sort of platform that you can donate to if you want. I wonder if donations work on this app. That would be interesting. My kid paid this big streamer millions of dollars by accident, and now we're broke and have to sell the damn house. Anyways,
this would be something fun to test, because I do have a Switch nearby. I could download it and see if that actually works.
That's up to you, I guess.
Well, I probably was going to download it anyways, because I do have a Twitch account, but even though I don't really use Twitch too often, it'd just be nice to have.
Oh, yeah, certainly. The only problem is it's one player. What the hell, Nintendo? What, 3 people can't gather up to the TV and watch Twitch? Only one person can't? Anyway, I'm sorry. I'll shut up. That's a far cry from the creative direction of Twitch, right?
Oh, speaking of creative directors and Far Cry.
Yep. I'm grinning really fucking bigly. I look like the Happy Mouse salesman.
Oh, the one from Majora's
God,
Mask? Oh my god.
Yeah. I was just like, holy shit, I can do this. Anyway, I don't know.
So creative director Dan Hay, who was the creative director for Far Cry, is leaving Ubisoft. And he is leaving after he exited the company on November 12th, so yesterday as of this recording. And what he says here is this. After more than this is what Ubisoft says. After more than 10 years at Ubisoft, Dan Hayes announced that he will be pursuing a new chapter in his professional life, and he will be leaving. If all this freaking article will not just bugging out on me. Close. There you go. After more than 10 years at Ubisoft, Dan Hayes announced that he will be pursuing a new chapter in his professional life, and he will be leaving on November 12th. Dan has been the executive director of Far Cry and has developed an incredible multi-discipline team to produce what has become one of the most popular games in Ubisoft history. While Dan has not announced where his path is taking him, we are confident that it will offer him the new challenges and experiences he seeks and deserves. We thank Dan for his many contributions over the years and wish him all the best for the future. In the interim, the brand team will be led by Sandra Warren in Montreal, as well as highly capable team of producers and directors, in addition to continuing its collaborations with a number of other studios around the world. And he has overseen the primary Far Cry team for the last half decade. Up until his departure, he was working on the next entry in the series, which Ubisoft had to launch as its live service Far Cry, similar to the upcoming Assassin's Creed Infinity. So, pretty much, you probably would want to remember this guy because he probably was involved in your favorite Far Cry game, which is Far Cry 4.
Yeah, more than likely. He definitely so creative director. Let me just look up what they do before I say that he's the reason why the grappling hook exists. But come up with the overall idea, coordinate with their team, speak with any grappling hook. You get what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the one that came up with, at least spearheaded many ideas. Like if
I see.
So while he may be the person that may have not came up with the ideas, he at least did come say yes, this is a good idea.
So he acted on ideas that seemed like the best option.
Pretty much.
I see. Amazing, because oh yeah, the ability to shoot from your car was not present in 3. The grappling hook was not present in 3. Am I saying president? I mean to say present. I'm sorry.
President Alpaca 2024.
Thank you very much. Sorry. What's funny is I said that this setup I got with the mics, it makes me look like a politician, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of afraid it does. Anyways, so thank you very much. Sorry. But yeah, no, he probably was the reason why a lot of the because I for me, Far Cry 4 has this flow to it that a lot of things happen in a short time if you just play the campaign, and I really love the design of the Far Cry games, at least for me. I like the idea of a protagonist that is stuck in a foreign land and learns to adapt to that foreign land. And, for 4, it's, homecoming in a way, but a home that you don't recognize because you've only, you were raised in the U.S., but you were born in Kirat. For 3, you get stranded on an old Japanese island that is overtaken by pirates and stuff like that, And for 5, you're supposed to be a deputy, but they kill all communication from outside, and they shoot down every helicopter that tries to enter the valley. And a few other things, the spin-offs and all that. Those don't really make sense. They're not supposed to be the main Far Cry thing. But yeah, I've always loved the Far Cry games themselves. But I'm not going to play 6 until I can either get it for free, for cheap, or just in any way to not support Ubisoft without, torrenting it. Mm-hmm. Because I'm not really a torrent I'm not a piracy sort of advocate. I only dislike the fact that we do have to break this law in order to preserve most of video games history if certain companies don't support, don't support their old titles. So, what's up? Nintendo. Oh yeah, I remember we yeah, the whole thing. Oh god, I thought the way you made it, I thought you were making it seem like you were laughing at something I said that was cringy or something. And I was like, oh shit, what did I say?
No. I was trying to make a big cough. I was like, Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo. You know, Game Boy Advance, DS.
Yeah, they make some amazing games, but they don't do very well in the retro market because they like to nuke ROM sites 24/7.
Yeah, even though they pop up like fucking weeds, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know how it goes.
Right. No,
I mean,
they do say.
So yeah.
I was gonna say they do say that the next Far Cry game is actually more of a games as a service sort of style. So it's not gonna be like the traditional single player Far Cry. This is gonna be more of a live service Far Cry.
Okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't care. I don't really. I always see Far Cry as like a single player game and a multiplayer game second, you know? So if they're going to do that, it's just going to be another 76 sort of game. Fallout 76 sort of style, where it's like...
Well, it may not even be multiplayer even. It'll be a single player game as a service style game, where they're just going to keep adding content to it and just keep... well, that would keep...
I'm being a moron.
It could be multiplayer too, but it could be... They're doing something similar with Assassin's Creed. They're doing a live service Assassin's Creed game. So
okay, fine. So like kind of like how Dying Light has a lot of like events that happen throughout the world as you play it. You can discover like, oh, we're having a meteorite thing going on this weekend or something. Like how they used to do it.
I believe so. From what that sounds like, it could be that.
I see. Yeah, like every once in a while they'll update the game and the client will have like if you go through the world, kind of like how Fortnite had like aliens or something, you know, you could get abducted or something. I forgot that happened in like one of the older chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I mean, as long as it doesn't force you to be on the internet 24/7, because a lot of people don't really have a lot of great, like, internet still, and, the fact that you have to have internet, though, sometimes it's a bit annoying, but...
Spoiler, a lot of Ubisoft games
at least
force online.
Yeah, but at least we're going to get some support from that, from, a certain politician that isn't me.
Oh, right. Yes, because...
From a certain bill that's been passed, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Because Congress okayed the $42 billion bill to deploy 100 megabyte per second broadband in unserved areas. So it says here that Biden's historic $65 billion broadband plan approved by Congress.
And yeah, I guess the internet service providers get more money or something. That's fine by me, but I don't know.
This will be good for our favorite state in Nebraska.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, this will help with Nebraska and their like dead zones. If you live dead smack dab in the middle of it. Oh my God.
Yeah, because then you could just use T-Mobile's wireless calling and get yourself T-Mobile in Nebraska.
Yeah. Amazing. Sure. We'll have better internet for lower price. It's a overall great deal over here in Nebraska. Sorry.
No, that's
sorry.
No, it's fine. It just means that while Nebraska gets their 100 megabytes per second, This could mean that the East Coast get their the gigabit fiber optic network.
Move to California.
The lag will
Anyway.
be no more for the East Coasters.
We'll be able to connect to people from like all over the world and not feel a thing. Anyway, sorry.
We can actually have good Smash Ultimate online because that's all peer to peer.
Oh my god! Yeah, down B. Anyways,
and you two can go in IO matches and actually properly jump up in the air and press down B as Kirby. And it'll actually.
And I can properly go into Fortnite, drink some chug jugs, and smack some noobs with my Scar H. Anyway. Epically pwned, bro! Anyway. Let me go just drink some water because my throat hurts. Just like, you know.
So the way it's being broken down is that 42.45 billion is going to be used for a broadband equity access and deployment program that will give subsidies to ISPs that build in unserved areas. So in other words, they're giving this money to, network providers that actually build in those areas. And another 14.
Yeah, because like. Sorry, go right ahead.
No, you continue. You had a thought.
Honestly, like, a lot of companies, they have this, like, after so many months, they up the price, as they should, I guess. And I think this will help improve them and get them out of that sort of hole of having to, like, not scam people, but having to, like, sweeten the deal and then pull the rug, I guess, after a few months. Because I noticed mine is like, oh yeah, pay $35 a month, and then it's like, but now you're forcing me to pay $60 now, or even triple that,
Mm-hmm.
I hope this would get some people out of holes, and it'll even allow like anybody to just have the internet now, and I'll just have to use cellular data all the damn time. That's like 2G after like a few gigabytes,
Right. And the next portion is another 14.2 billion is going to go to an affordable connectivity fund that is similar to what happened with the emergency broadband benefit program, and this is going to make it so subsidies will be available for households that are for $30 a month instead of original $50. So not bad there. Another broadband position.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, another broadband position gives $2.75 billion for digital equity grants to states to facilitate the adoption of broadband by covered populations in order to provide educational and employment opportunities to those populations. So this seems like what this is going to do. It's going to give them states money so they can get the equipment to then be able to have the speed of internet in like public places like libraries, schools.
Oh yeah. And that's definitely worth it because, like, I mean, I do hope that maybe some of it would go to, like, giving them the means to do it. Because if you go on, like, a library computer sometimes, you know how slow it is compared to yours. Sometimes I see that and I'm like, man, I wish I could donate to the library sometime. Anyways.
Yeah, I think with the library computers, too, they just typically are just slower than... They may have good internet, but the computers themselves are just slower.
Yeah, that's the actual bottleneck somehow, is like the actual computer. But the internet speed is fine. You could, do anything.
Just grab your phone, you can connect to it, and that's probably faster than going to the computer.
Oh, yeah, certainly. You'd be able to, I swear you'd be able to. It would just be more efficient to bring your own laptop at that point, I mean, then again, it's a library, and I know laptops are kind of, like, noisy because they, but you get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, especially if you're a pro gamer and you need to bring your MSI laptop that's like $2,000 with like a GTX, like an RTX 37, like 3070 or 3080 or something like that, and you can just game on the library computers. There you go, leech their internet.
You know, that's actually kind of funny. You could do that, but after a while, the laptop sounds like a freaking jet. So, and you're in a library. And even if the library isn't your typical hush hush sort of thing, be quiet for other people, still, like they're gonna kind of wonder why there's just this dude in the corner with a glowing laptop that sounds like a micro fan being blasted. They're gonna kind of be like, sir, Sir, you've been here for the entire day. You know, something like that.
Just have them
Sorry, you've been here.
Yeah, just tell them to stop emulating C-Man.
Oh my god. Yeah, certainly. But yeah, I mean, overall this seems pretty good, you know, but I hope there's no hidden things, I guess, because I know that happens a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, but other than that, hey, this looks fine. I just hope it's not sugar coated.
Oh yeah, because there's a couple other minor things too. Like they say there's also $2 billion for broadband grants and loan to the Department of Agriculture, Rural Utility Service, $2 billion for tribal broadband connectivity program grants, and $1 billion for middle mile network grants, and $600 million for private activity bonds for broadband projects. So it looks like it's just targeting more so the rural areas. And you'll notice that, like, especially $2 billion going toward like the tribal broadband, so it looks like Native American. It seems like.
Oh yeah, yeah, certainly.
So that would probably help too, but
I'm just saying, like, what if they're like, oh, but guess what? Just kidding. It's gonna cost 10 times more, dude. No, sorry, something like that. I don't know. What if it's gonna cost the amount of the Undertale soundtrack on Steam? Because I know that he's gonna play it again. Yep. This son of a bitch.
You know, when I actually make the official theme song for GAHCast, I'm gonna see if I can make it a mashup of the Fortnite default dance and Megalovania somehow. It's gonna be hilarious.
You could probably get away with parody laws, but I don't know if people will dislike it too much, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the weird mashup of that, and then it'll end up with like a progression similar to like In Your Reality or something like that. It'll be the ultimate trio of songs to influence one song.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's no incentive to dislike it anymore, but, you know.
No. Maybe not the last song, but definitely those two songs. Like, the way I construct this hypothetical song would be like, it would be an actual mashup, but obviously I'd add like original parts to it to make it more distinct and make it more original.
Oh yeah, certainly. That's kind of how parody laws work, though, is like you really have to make it like, yeah, it's a joke, but people are like, well, you could call anything a parody at that point, so they draw a fine line and all that shit that has a lot of more of a gray area in a sense. That streamer mode on, what the hell? Why is that Discord noise? Oh, sorry about that. All right.
It's like
I mean, yeah.
But I don't know how to actually format it, but it would be something very distinct because a lot of songs obviously have similar chord progressions in many ways. So it's like if I can like mesh the two in like a really close way that's like not obvious, it's like based off those two songs, then yeah.
Oh yeah.
But that's a future project though, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
we'll have stock.
I don't know.
We'd probably be rocking stock music for a while before we then move on to such an original composition like that.
Yeah. Luckily, though, not many people will see how disliked it is, though, because the counter, right?
Oh yeah, of course. How could I not forget about this article too? Ah, yes, a big article too. Look at that. We're just like episode 17. We're blitzing through these as if they were nothing.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's only been an hour.
yeah, we might actually get this done in an hour and a half this time.
Yeah. Wow. Holy crap. That's actually kind of funny.
Anyways, so I'm sure many of you have noticed, especially if you're watching this show on YouTube, that YouTube has been hiding the dislike counts for all videos. Doesn't matter if you're watching this episode of GAHCast or you're wanting to watch something high quality like WAN Show on Linus Tech Tips or Spawncast on Spawnwave or like Good Vibes Gaming's today's news tonight or any other podcast you can think of or any just YouTube video in general. They just no longer show the dislike counts.
Oh, no, they don't.
Now they say the button still exists, so you can still dislike a video. It's not going to show how many dislikes there are anymore.
So, I do see what they were going for with this, though, right? Either.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I do see what they're going for with this, though, is, it was to avoid people seeing that number and being like, wow, that number's higher than that, let's dislike it, and everyone mass dislikes. But I also see the bad thing about this is that clickbait will become a more easier thing to trick people into watching of,
Right.
Because you won't be able to see that this thing is heavily disliked, and you'll be like, this video is and then do, and then it's Rickroll or
absolutely. Or you can watch GAHCast, the Budget Cuts podcast for all your gaming and technology news, and watch this as if someone dislikes it, then we're not going to really notice the exact amount anymore.
Oh, well, we are, but you as a viewer will never know unless we say it publicly. Mm-hmm. So originally it used to be that we could completely censor that and prevent it to prevent dislikes, because on shorts, it was for every short. Now it's for every YouTube video in existence. So we can no longer see how many people, we'll no longer see how many dislikes. And it's to prevent targeted harassment. But, I mean, I get it. It's just, okay. But at that point, just don't even have a like or dislike counter, or just do away with the dislike counter, I guess, because dislikes, yeah, I get it. Dislikes, in my opinion, I don't truly care. I don't truly care about this. Not because I'm not a content creator as much as I'd like to be, but because it shouldn't be dislikes do not provide any feedback as to why it's disliked. If you get a comment that says, that has constructive criticism, that is much more pertinent than somebody hitting that dislike button and saying, F you, and walking off. That's all I'm saying, because, the only way I can see it working is if it's an actual video that is, a bad video, or something that is abusing the terms of service, or something that is violating it, or hell, even just like I said, a clickbait, clickbait. That's pretty much my side on this. What about you, Hydra? Though I don't want to take the spotlight too much.
Oh, no, please, it's fine. I always love hearing another viewpoint, but yeah, I kind of just wish that they did keep this, honestly, because then it actually gives you an idea of, like, what do people truly think of the video? Because then, like, if you only have the likes, then show them, then it's like, can we really see how many people actually, don't like the video? And this could actually lead to, a whole slew of things. It leaves a not accurate judgment as to how well people actually like a video. And they do say in the article here that the Google-owned brand is aware that some people use the accounts to make view decisions, but it felt secret accounts would help the community at large. New and small creators are more often targeted by dislike campaigns, YouTube said, and the test reduced that harassment. The move will theoretically create an inclusive and respectful place where video makers both have a better chance to succeed and feel safer. So, while this could potentially help, I just feel like it's not getting an actual judgment as to how well a video is actually being liked by the community.
Yeah, same here. And I mean, dislikes mean nothing. It's just a number at this point. It affects the algorithm as much as a like, I swear. It's interaction by the community, even if it's some, jackass who just doesn't like, just wants to be spiteful, Like, it has no... there's no feedback other than it's a disliked video, and nobody says anything. It's, for me, I just feel like, it doesn't... I get it. I understand that. At this point, though, just remove the dislikes in general, because only you, and every other content creator can only see it on their respective channels, So, that was just my big gripe about it. It's just like, at that point, just remove it. Like Instagram, or doesn't Twitter have no dislike button? Like Facebook and
Facebook doesn't really have a dislike button. They just have a bunch of like other reactions you can do besides like and shock and love and.
Oh yeah, I remember, because like there was like a fire emoji that people use for like hate. Yeah, they're angry at this.
Yeah, sometimes they'll add another emoji. You kind of signal a specific thought for a particular period. Anyways.
Yeah, because like feedback, yeah. But it's just some people are so like afraid of this when it's not a big deal, because it never was a big deal, except for like the viewer who wanted to see what was bad to not watch, or what was heavily disliked. But then again, there's that hype mentality of following the herd sort of thing. But just like imagine a place, imagine a place.
Exactly.
Like, I would just be afraid of like, like if you can't give like feedback in a way that, because like if somebody's going to make a change like this and not listen to feedback and not change it back and just say, okay, we'll leave this as a internal concept for, our company, and not do with it, because like some stuff like this is not meant to happen. Like it's just an idea, like a patent or something. And then there's stuff like this where they just go straight ahead and decide, oh, well, we're going to do it overnight. We don't care what you feel, it's a bad idea. Yeah, or it's a good idea for the greater good. At least they haven't like done some sort of weird like crypto thing, I guess,
Yes.
Like integrated crypto. I don't know.
Yes, unlike Discord.
Or at least attempted to.
Yeah, unlike Discord, who had to back away after they hinted at trying to get NFT integration after, backlash. So pretty much what happened earlier in the week, they were hinting at like the possibility of Ethereum and a couple of their crypto related items being added to Discord, and this caused a lot of backlash. Like, it caused quite a backlash. A lot of people were commenting about it, and then the CEO actually backtracked. And Citron actually added that they appreciate all the perspectives they have been hearing in response to internal concept you have seen in a tweet earlier in the week, and want to clarify we have no plan to ship it at this time. We're excited about the potential for Web3 technology and the positive ways these communities are coming together in Discord, especially those organized around environmentally friendly, creator-focused projects. However, we also recognize there are some problems we need to work through. For now, we're just focused on protecting users from spam, scams, and fraud. So
yeah. I don't know.
I mean, imagine if we could buy like a freaking Ethereum and somehow it got to like being one Ethereum is worth like 64,000 and you sold it. You just made $3,999 and a finger of a snap.
Imagine server boosting with Ethereum or Bitcoins or any other cryptocurrency. Imagine server boosting with monkey jizz or something.
Yes. If anybody want to know what's going on with Monkey Jizz, go down in the description below or wherever, and we'll have you go to episode 17.
Yeah, there's a funny thing at the end where like so it's sad for the people that got scammed by it, but there was a scammed cryptocurrency, and I was like, maybe people shouldn't, attempt cryptocurrency stuff if they don't know what it is or if they don't understand it. That this is obviously a scam. Anyways, back to the main topic though. If I can imagine, like, the only thing is I'm afraid because Discord, as it is, if you leave a server or you are banned or kicked from a server and you've sent messages over there, they don't get deleted. They stay there infinitely, and anyone can just scroll up and find them. They have to search for them, but they can find them. Not even that, but what else is it? So if anybody ever joins our Discord and you see two FluufAlpacas, one is me and one is my account that I made on my phone, and then I made it on the computer because I forgot the password, and then I ended up remaking it, and I was like, what the hell? There's two of me now? And I tried to sign into the old account. But what if I use that account for cryptocurrency stuff? Now I can't delete that account. I have to contact Discord, and luckily I don't have a reason to right now, but I'd have to contact Discord and get it taken off because, I've switched my emails. I just have a dummy account right next to me. It's always offline. I've tried to contact it and try to log into it with I don't know. Oh God, it's like, it's weird,
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, it's a whole weird thing with that. Like, imagine being able to store like your Ethereum wallet just by connecting your Discord to it, and then just being able to buy, like you said, server boosts or anything you could think about with it, or even advertisement boosts for your server, which I know it's a little different, but there's a whole slew of things. Or even buying a freaking Nitro subscription with Ethereum. My God.
Oh yeah, certainly.
And then get boosts on top of that, which then you can use on servers. Like,
oh yeah,
another, like the GAHCast Discord server, which you can see down below. I don't want to shove it down too much, but see if we can get attention on it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
But I don't know. I mean, the only thing is like, I don't know that, like, man. Imagine if they allowed you to like buy like gift cards through Discord or something. I mean,
or just happen
it's
to
better than free,
I mean, yeah. I mean, unless you're somehow Microsoft and sent out like 50,000 of them to customers by email.
Yeah. Who knows?
Unfortunately, I was not lucky enough to get one of these things.
I've been F5ing all the damn time. I think it's supposed to, I think what the article said was that,
It's the 50,000 random U.S. customers. They got some various amount of gift cards. Some include $100 to the virtual gift to the Microsoft Store, while others will receive like $10 e-cards, and they can redeem them on the Microsoft Store through December 31st and spend it with a 9-day redemption. So, in other words, you can use this for a whole bunch of things. For us gamers, we can use it to buy some games and DLC and stuff for the Xbox or PC.
yeah, certainly.
Or you can use it to buy like the Surface tablets and stuff through the Microsoft Store too. That's always a valid option. I mean, the Surface. There's a Surface laptop I know that has like a foldable screen. That's a really expensive one. I think the Surface Book. That's a really nice one. I would highly recommend checking that one out.
Oh yeah, certainly. I've been checking my emails. I haven't gotten anything.
Rip.
So that's unfortunate. Yeah, rip basically. Nothing in spam, nothing in like social or categories or like there's none. And
No semen searching through the mailbox. And by that I mean the fish creature from
He-Man.
Yes. There's no semen.
sorry.
There's none of
Anyways,
inside your spam folder, so every time you see one, you see them pop out for no reason, and you get the voice of Lena or Nimoy.
nah, I'm not. I have not downloaded Seaman Go featuring Sean Bean.
What if Sega actually made that?
I don't know. I would be mortified.
Very similar to how Pikmin Bloom works. You collect them as you roam around the street, and you raise them and rename them.
Yeah. Imagine though. I don't know. Just imagine if like the freaking like, oh my god, how do I say this? Like, imagine if Pikmin was like integrated like into the newer phones, like the Pixel 6 or something, or like this like random like parody of Pokemon Go made it into like one of the Google phones, like I don't know. What's up?
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go in real life. Man. Yeah, double D. Sorry.
I didn't remember
don't
last
know.
episode you did a British impersonation of it, and that was freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, that was the Super Mario in real life spaghetti kid. Yeah. It was actually kind of depressing. That person, she took the video down and then made a sequel, and it felt like it felt forced almost, you know. It's actually kind of sad. Anyways.
I mean, then again, you can't really force magic, so...
No, and not old school memes from like years ago. Spaghetti!
Oh, that's going to be Comic Photo Show as well, whenever the hell I get to working on that, because I'll be remaking a couple jokes for that.
Yeah. Hopefully you won't have any like bugs, like if your fucking tablet butt dialing people randomly.
Oh, yeah, the Google Pixel phone. Yes. So if you have a Google Pixel 6, there was a bug that was randomly dialed your contact, so you could just be using your phone, and next thing you know, you'll be calling your dad in Nebraska, saying, "Yo, what's going on here?" It's like, "Nothing. My phone just randomly dialed you." And they're like, "Oh, okay."
Hello, David. This is your mother speaking. Why did you call me? Hello? Hello? David? Why do I hear breathing? Oh, shit. Mom? David? What are you doing?
Nothing, just, you interrupted me during something. Me and the wife were, no, nothing. Don't worry.
David, we are expecting grandchildren. Why the fuck you do that?
You infertile little shit. Anyway. Something like that. That'd be quite fucking funny.
You would fucking talk about shit.
Like, imagine if you're
I'm
going
expecting grandkids. I'm expecting grandkids, you infertile little shit.
Anyways,
and unfortunately this was patched, so now it's no longer an issue, but my god, that must have been a very annoying bug to have for this phone, and I'm clearly glad that whenever I do get my hands on this phone, they won't be dealing with a stupid bug.
yeah, yeah, so, like, with that, though, I have some people on my contacts list that I don't talk to anymore, and it would just be really fucking strange to get a call in the middle of the night, be like, hello? Why are you calling me? Is this Frank? I'm taking place. Anyway, I don't know. Something like that. That would be actually terrifying, though. You know, it'd ruin your life again. Anyways,
yeah, but this was a very annoying bug to have, like we discussed, and just all the possibilities that would have.
At least it's not like spyware or something, or at least some people think it is, like Chinese spyware.
Oh yes, absolutely. Because our last topic of the day, folks, is the fact that Biden also signed a law that restricted Huawei and ZTE gear in the United States. And it's because they thought that these companies are making devices that are deemed as a national security threat. And you can see here that the Senate unanimously passed the Secure Equipment Act last month, and the House voted 420-4 in favor of legislation earlier in the month. So in other words, everyone practically unanimously agreed with it except for 4.
Yeah, and those 4 are probably they're probably enjoying the other 420 at the time.
Ooh,
you know,
burn.
Sorry, I don't know. They were probably really high when they said no. I don't know.
Oh, imagine
Anyways.
Oh my god, I can just imagine that whole majority of it was all smoking pot, and they're like, oh.
Oh, I want that China.
Anyway, so the FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr said Monday that in May, wow, I'm weird. So FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr said in May that the FCC had approved more than 3,000 applications from Huawei since 2018. He added that the Secure Equipment Act would help ensure that the insecure gear from companies like Huawei and ZTE wouldn't find its way into U.S. communication networks. And showing that how, Biden has been very similar to Trump, and that he's taking a Trump stance against China as a leader in 5G technology, and they don't want to use. They fear that China could use the survey, for increased surveillance or.
Yeah, they could possibly. Yeah, they could do a lot of shit if this was in the wrong hands,
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I know there's some. I think China has a little bit of stuff to do with North Korea as well, and that's also one of the big no-nos I know, because like, they're not, they're not really like, we're not in the best terms with, North Korea, but also China is a bit of a scary looming threat. I know, at
Right.
least a little bit. It's a lot more people in China.
Oh,
I don't know about the military though.
right. Yeah, their military is slowly getting a pretty high budget themselves. It's slowly getting to where the United States is, which could be pretty scary to think about. That both the two largest powers right now, which would be the United States and China, both have equal military strength. They could practically wipe out the entire world just by the two of them.
Yeah, which that's a scary thought in its own right.
Oh yeah, our country still, I believe, currently has the most amount of nukes in stockpile active in the world right now. So we could practically destroy the entire world if we wanted to.
It's actually quite depressing, honestly though. Like, the bombs from World War II have gone a long way since then, after, and that's after nuclear disarmament and shit, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a thing?
Yeah,
Like,
that is a thing.
So it's like, geez, they're more powerful than they were on like what is it, Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
Especially the SAR bomb.
remember
That thing was ridiculous.
Yeah, but the ones nowadays could like wipe existence as we know it.
Yeah.
And that's a fucking terrifying that our governments believe the very best thing to do is to have tools that could, like, if we can't get it our way, then we attack, and then we get attacked, and then our civilian life, our livelihoods, the reason why we exist for, like, everything is gone,
Right, I hear
and it's just within the punch of a code, a few good, what is it? How do you say? Impaired minds that are brainwashed and they believe that this is the best thing, and then global thermonuclear war. And fuck, everything is dead, and we are dust,
I hear it.
and it's kind of scary,
It is, and it could all potentially be caused by a couple of phones that landed in the United States that were made in China, and they got enough information to pull it off.
Yeah, and it gave them good reason to.
Yeah.
At that.
We literally just turned this article into a conspiracy theory, so we're sorry.
It's not a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's
It's still a
this
theory.
is what will happen. This is what if.
Yeah. What could be?
It's more. It's.
Yeah, people can
But-
see us as either being as cool as freaking alternate history hub or Vsauce, or they can see it as lame as like Rebecca Black and Friday.
Well.
I was saying how.
Anyways.
Yeah, I was saying how like they could either see us as cool as like Vsauce or alternate history hub, or they could see it as lame as like Rebecca Black Friday.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, it's kind of scary that these places, the power within is much more scarier, than any otherworldly threat, I feel. Just because we know what our governments are capable of, but we don't know what otherworldly beings are capable of,
Oh right, absolutely.
What if they're,
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, otherworldly beings, if they got here, it's a little scary, but I don't know. I'm just thinking of like other things. I don't want to seem too conspiracy theorist now that you mention it, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it's a scary place, and the fact that certain governments have more power, have the power to delete the entire world from existence, that's scary, But anyways, that is none of my business. I will never ever be able to change that or affect it in any way.
Right.
So
because
I'm just saying that,
because that is all the topics we have for this episode here today. Our comment of the day is that we have none because we don't get any at all, despite us being in episode 17, not 17, 18 at this point. And we'd love if you guys could drop us a comment and just give us some feedback as to how we can improve the show, or give us some topics to talk about that you feel would be suited for the show. Anyways, if you like what you see here today, follow us or subscribe to us on YouTube. Also, just do whatever you want to do with, links and stuff as well. Again, we have a link tree.
We certainly have a Discord.
Oh,
we
yeah.
certainly have a Discord, so
Absolutely.
That's the thing.
Yeah, we advertise like 3 to 5 times this episode. It's in a link tree that's in the link in the description. I'm Hydrowave99.
Yes. I'm FluufAlpaca.
And we'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.